All right, this is Mike with Two Door Tactical, and we're here with another unboxing video of a new to me Ruger Lcp Max. This is not a brand new firearm. I actually picked this gun up on Gunbroker, and once we pop it open, I'll show you why, kind of explaining why I went with this one and not buying a brand new one. But without further ado, let's pop it open. Okay, again, we get a cardboard box, not too exciting. Some receipt, a little pocket holster. I've used pocket holsters like this before in the past. They're not the best, but I mean, hey, it's better that you get something with the gun and, can carry right away, but, rather than not having one, having to wait for one. But we'll toss this out of the way. This is a loader. Hope you load your magazines. Here's the pistol. We'll get to that in a second. Hope you get a nice Ruger sticker, lock, flag. Get to this in a second. Bottom of the magazine, and your owner manual. But let's toss all this to this side. So, reason I bought this one and not a new one was mainly for price. I got a pretty good deal on this gun. And I got this pistol, which does have Talon grips on it. I've never actually had Talon grips on any of my guns before, but they're not so bad. We'll see how they are. But the main thing that I like about it is it came with 3 magazines. So this is a 12-round magazine. This is the pinky extended magazine, and then the 10-round magazine that usually comes with the gun. I believe it comes with this and the pinky extension when you originally purchased the firearm. But these are not cheap mags. I think they're like $40 or something from Ruger. So I ended up picking this up on Gunbroker, a very lightly used model with a night sight in the front, blacked out rear, and got the 3 mags. That was the whole reason I ended up going with this gun. Is really wanted extra mags and didn't want to, pay the upcharge from Ruger for them. But let's check this guy out really quick. I know the Talon grip's kind of get in our way of actually seeing the gun, but other than that, it's got some oil on it. A little wear at the top of the barrel. It said it had around 50 rounds through it, which, looking at it, I can believe. I can believe that. This is an unloaded firearm. And let's quickly check the trigger. So this is all mush right here. Then we get to kind of a wall. Oh, a firm wall. And a brake. Tingy brake. Come out. Right there. And a brake. Feels good. It's a pretty light trigger for such a small gun. And brake. Not bad. Not bad at all. Now, I used to carry often was my little Smith & Wesson Bodyguard. Got a manual safety. This is a 6+1 380 pistol, and this is a 10+1, or you're using a 12-round mag, so it's 12+1. So almost doubling the capacity when you're using that 12-round mag. And yes, it is bigger in the butt, in the grip area. But if you look at it from this view, the slides, it's damn near identical. And also, the new Ruger uses the same sights as, the same style sights as the Smith & Wesson. So any of the aftermarket Smith & Wesson Bodyguard sights will fit on this Ruger, which is really, really cool. Now, if you've ever handled one of these, the trigger on them is long and hard and all the way back here. I think they quoted it like a 10-ish or 11-pound trigger. It's a lot. I mean, this is a self-defense pistol, and it's hammer-fired only, so you could just go over and over again. It's really difficult to press. The issue I was having with this firearm is actually when I would pull the trigger all the way, my finger would end up smacking this button and ejecting the magazine. So that was one of the issues I had with this gun. Another one I did was I was pocket carrying it so often in the summer that it would it ended up starting rusting here, but Smith & Wesson took care of me right away. Excellent service from them, and an excellent fit and finish on this little gun, besides this little pet peeve that I have, and it might be just me the way I'm shooting it, but I still do really like this gun. I just wish that didn't happen. But also, what was really cool is I unboxed this. I got some of my holsters out here. This one, I ordered it right when I bought this gun, and this actually came in the mail first. So this is I think it's this Descansus Pegasus holster, and it fits very, very well. But this is a no-name holster that I found on eBay, and it is meant for the bodyguard, but it actually also fits this rather well, which is pretty crazy, because Smith & Wesson does not fit in this holster at all. So that's pretty interesting. So I guess I could use either or for this gun, which is pretty cool, or pocket carry it, because I do have a number of those kinds of holsters. But let's get back to this guy. So the upgrades that they've done from the old LCP, they obviously have the front slide serrations, which are nice. These much larger, more prominent sights, which are actually really nice and pretty usable, I would say. The big difference between this and all of these really tiny guns is the actual grip that you get. Now, it is just a 2-finger grip, especially if you have just the regular magazine flush fitted in it. Let's show you what I'm talking about. So you really only get 2 fingers on it, but even with this extension, you kind of get your 3rd finger. It's still kind of peeking off, which it feels pretty good. And then the 12-round magazine, you get a decent purchase on it, which is completely different than this one, because with the flush mag on this guy, it's even less. You're not even getting 2 on here. And then I don't have any extended magazines for this firearm, but I do have this little pinky extension type deal. But it really just lets you get a 2-finger purchase on the pistol. And this little guy's pretty snappy. The way that this fills out your hand is, it's just by feel, it feels like it's going to be a lot nicer to shoot. I haven't actually taken this out and shot it yet. I just opened it up, got it in the mail yesterday, so I played with it a little bit, but I wanted to open it up on camera and show you guys kind of how I unpacked it and kind of go over what I think about the pistol as an unboxing, and also kind of go over buying from Gunbroker. Gunbroker is, I mean, some people like the website, some people hate it, but I have gotten some decent deals and quick shipping from it, so it's not that bad, especially if you find a local FFL that, you know, doesn't charge you a boatload for for your transfer fees. But man, this thing is pretty neat. Now, the one thing I was seeing in other videos is how rattly these guns are, like this. And that is totally true. These are kind of sloppily and rattly. And if I compare it to this thing, I'll show you exactly what I mean. This thing, nothing. And the slide action on this thing is like, it's nuts. But it is very difficult to pull this slide back. This has a raised rear slide serration, as you can see there, kind of like this hump, which actually kind of makes it really, really easy to pull this back. This is substantially easier than this gun. But that's because this gun has that hammer back there, and it makes it much, much more difficult to pull the trigger and much, much more difficult to rack this actual slide. But it does feel really, really nice on this pistol. So, why would I buy this if I had this? Well, obviously, you know, it's the new thing out, and it has, you know, 10-round capacity. I'm looking for another pistol to carry around that has higher capacity in this smaller form, similar to why I picked up that GX4, the Taurus GX4. Now, what I like about this over the Taurus is that it is quite a form factor smaller. It is a big difference when you're carrying a small 9mm compared to one of these small 380s. These really, really disappear. disappear in your pocket, disappear on your side. You could wear them when you're wearing, you know, a lot lighter clothing and not noticing it and not notice it and not have to worry about other people noticing the pistol on you either, which is really cool. And 380 is kind of the lowest end that I would go in self-defense. Like I said, this is my only 380 pistol. Everything else is 9mm, 357, 40 Smith & Wesson, 357 SIG, and 44 Magnum. So I don't have too many other pistols. I only have one other one, that's the 380, this guy, but don't have too many other, you know, small caliber pistols. I prefer some beef behind the round. But this thing's pretty neat, and I can't wait to take it apart and learn about it some more and maybe show you guys about it some more. Also, maybe do some more videos with it, you know. First go do a little range review, and then maybe like a little torture test with this guy. I haven't seen anybody do something like that yet, and I kind of want to see how it performs, especially with all this slop going on, if stuff gets in there and jams this little guy up. Because I'm assuming that this is, well, not assuming, I know that this is a super popular carry piece for a lot of people, and a lot of people are really excited about this little guy. And I'm kind of shocked. You know, I'm kind of shocked that no other company has announced their next, you know, big thing with the little 380 besides SIG with their 365, which is an interesting option, because if this little gun's too much for you to handle, as in the recoil's too much, maybe, you know, you're very recoil sensitive or older, or you're a small figured person, maybe the 365 SIG would be a good pistol for you, because, you know, it's got a little bit more heft to it than this little guy does, so it's probably a real soft shooter. I haven't had a chance to see one of those in person yet, but I'd love to play with one and get, you know, get a feel for one. But yeah, this thing's pretty cool. I can't wait to, you know, take it out, shoot it some more, show you guys some more about it. And that's about it. The LCP Max. Hopefully, I'll be coming at you with some more videos in the next coming weeks from this little guy. Alrighty, this is Mike from Two Door Tactical. Please like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one, guys. Peace.